Now, a peaceful march involving approximately 200 journalists, civil society organizations and citizens was held at the Ministry of Justice, headquartered in Abuja, demanding an end to infringements on freedom of expression and unlawful arrest of journalists and citizens in Nigeria. The civil society organizations called on Nigerian leaders to better protect citizens' fundamental rights to freedom of expression and has emphasizing the crucial for government's transparency and accountability. Benedict Uku has more on this story.
At least 25 journalists have been illegally arrested under this current administration, President Bola Tinubu, since assumed office in May last year. Several concerning cases, including the arrest of Chioma Okoli for reviewing a tomato paste product, and Daniel Ojukwu was detained for allegedly violating the country's Cybercrime Act, and many others. In response to this, a coalition of Nigerian journalists and civil space defenders today launched the Don't Police My Speech campaign, a public campaign and demand for an end to the abuse of power and the criminalization of free speech by Nigerian authorities.
We're here to ask our leaders to do better, safeguard our fundamental rights to freedom of expression, safeguard our fundamental rights to freedom of speech. That way, we're able to ensure that there's transparency, accountability of the government. And I think that that's why we're all here today. It's not just about Gatefield, it's not just about civil society organizations, but I think it's important for every Nigerian citizen to understand that our freedom of speech is currently being policed. Rise and join the fight for freedom of expression in Nigeria today.
If you muzzle journalists, then we don't have a democracy. And if Nigeria says we're a democracy, then we need to act it, we need to be it, and we need to become it. And besides, when you think about it, the legislature, the judiciary, the executive, and then the journalists make up the fourth estate that we have in Nigeria. Without these four estates, there is no government, there is no governance. And so we are all interconnected, and there must be a respect. The same way the executive demands respect, so it is the same level of respect should be given to journalists.
The Cybercrime Act was originally designed to combat online criminal activities, but has in several cases morphed into a tool for silencing dissent. Despite its recent amendments, Section 24 of the Cybercrime Act continues to be misused by Nigerian security agencies in violation of the Nigerian Constitution.
Nigerian government is a signatory to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, Article 19, which guarantees freedom of press. So, for Nigerian government, for the government and the government officials to continue to clamp down on media, I think it is a no-no. And we will not abdicate our responsibility as journalists to protect, to speak, to uphold the fundamental objective of the Constitution, as spelled out in the chapter 2 of the Constitution. So we will continue to do our work and we will not abdicate our responsibility.
The activists explained that safeguarding free speech is essential for a functioning democracy and are calling for immediate actions to address the issues.